Hello and welcome back to Jikoronpa. In the previous episode, we learned more about the folder system, which is the motive for this chapter. We got some juicy gossip on Kalesh. I said it raised their dead flags, but then again I said like half the cast have a dead flag, so at this point if one of them dies, and I claimed that, oh my god, I called it. Did I really call it? Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm not going to be honest with myself because that's too hard for my mental health, but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, moving on. Uh, oh right, Ryu gave me a knife. I forgot about that part. He gave us something for self-defense, and he was like, "What will I use to defend myself now? I need to get something." And I was thinking he could just go back to the kitchen and get another knife, but maybe he's like, "Oh, actually, I found a gun," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, well, no wonder you gave it to me." And now I'm starting to wonder if he gave me a knife just to lower my threat of him. Huh. Though to be fair, I do think he's been genuine, so I doubt he's gonna be like, "Hey, Carrie, you thought I trust you. Well, I actually just didn't want you to know I had a gun." With that said, let us load. Let us load. Oh, alright, I forgot about that. Basically, Asuka supported the funding of this killing game and was heavily in support of it, which is kind of like, oh, neat. Asuka, you kind of just supported me, so I can't believe you would do this, but in regards to that, I'm pretty sure he was like unaware, or they were unaware rather, that it was going towards a killing game, or Asuka has lost some of their memories. That's all I can assume. I doubt they were like, "Here's a killing game. Do you want to join?" And they were like, "Yes." But with that said, what's you talking about? This new soundtrack in the background really makes us worse for you. You know, you better make a pretty compelling case here, Asuka. The research institution. Oh, what the hell is that? Uh, I I can explain. I have to explain. Well, yes, you kind of have to. Well, okay, you don't have to explain, but if you don't explain, it is very likely you're going to be murdered next. So I wouldn't get to explaining. Then explain, damn it. Oh, this is how. And Mount is like, I am not joining the Wheel Wars after this. Screw you, Asuka. And Asuka's like, damn it. I was just doing it for Toshi. How could everything go so wrong? You said your parents sponsored something. What did they fund exactly? What did you tell them? I, I don't know. Until now, I couldn't remember, but. Lamest excuse in the book. Oh, pitiful. You forgot. Well, from the way they were saying, they didn't forget. Well, they did forget, but they just remember when Dia told them. It's not like they can't tell us the information now. I don't know. Don't look at me like I'm a fucking criminal. Criminal. Uh, Alright. Whatever it is, Dia telling a bunch of lies. They're exaggerating everything. We know how cruel and villainous they are. Asuka themselves has confirmed the validity of my folder, albeit in a confusing way. So that probably means Colette doesn't remember what was in our what was her secret either, and that was the folder we got. So that's interesting. I read everything, and it's true. The Dia Research Institution is an institution that conducts research on a variety of topics. Asuka's parents funded a heavy amount. Well, you could have let Asuka say that, because that could have made them look a tiny bit better, but okay, you can just steal the show from Asuka and make them look worse, so that's fine. That may be a reasonable explanation. Exactly. What if, the institution was lying about what they lose the money for? Isn't that possible? Asuka's parents were in heavy communication with the institution. According to what I received, they knew exactly what they were funding. They knew all about the sacrifice system, the death game, and everything else. There is proof. Okay, well, that makes Asuka look a lot worse. Wait here. I'll go back to my room. I'll get the folder. Before we could say anything, Fiyuka had left.
Somehow, I, uh, I remember asking them, but shit, why is my memory of this so fucking blurry?
But you admitted it. You admitted the fun and everything here.
D- don't believe Dia's bullshit, okay? I can't explain, but that doesn't fucking mean.
I know it's possible Dia didn't tell the full truth. I know it's possible that something isn't right. But the facts, Asuka.
Uh, Carrie, you know I wouldn't fucking do something like this, right? Right?
Well, it's kind of interesting. I do think the you here now wouldn't do this, but clearly you're forgetting some memories. So maybe the you before you, maybe the you with the memories that you're missing would do it, or there. Well, I know. I feel like if you were actually part of this game, I feel like it'd be kind of weird for Dia to just kind of rat you out, or if your parents were really like that involved with this, for them to rat you out as well. It's just a very odd situation to be in.
I backed away. Even if part of me wanted to believe Asuka, I couldn't control my own body.
Well, I doubt they're going to hurt anyone just because the secret got revealed. Because assuming they're lying about the memory being gone, if they truly wanted to harm someone, they had many opportunities to do so. In fact, a majority of the time they've been here, they've been trying to help Toshi and form a clique to fight against the killing game. So all of their actions so far have shown that they don't support the killing game, and that's assuming that they're lying about their memory being gone, which is what I feel like most people here are thinking, but I can't know for sure. But assuming their memory isn't, assuming the memory, the telling the truth, and the memory is gone, that leads to some skepticism. But I doubt it would be so bad for them to just snap in an instant like that, and just moving some and just excluding them from the group entirely right after they learn their memories, which just probably lead to more harm. I think so. I feel like just ostracizing them from the group is just bad, no matter whether Asuka truly doesn't remember or they do remember. I feel like it's just kind of risky. But then again, if they did fund it, then I guess I understand. Like I understand Hakari's thought process. It's just a little, should we really ostracize them? It's a little bit like, should we really?
Most of the group moved away from Asuka at around the same time. Only Iki and Toshi stayed close to them.
Sis, everyone, don't fucking do this. Don't fall for the crap Dia's trying to pull.
And also, it's interesting. Why did Dia only reveal your folder? Dia didn't bother doing anyone else's. Dia didn't reveal Colette's or the one whoever Kazuki or someone else got. Who was it? It was Colette. We don't know whose Colette's folder is, or we don't know who Kazuki's folder is, and Dia didn't bother revealing those ones. I was like, huh, why wouldn't they? They chose to reveal yours because I feel like it might not be the worst secret. Like someone might have like committed murder outside here, but it's the most connected to the game, and Dia wants it. So yeah, I'm coming over to Toshi and Iki. I'm hugging you guys. We're the group. We're protecting Asuka. Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Every day we've spent here, you've been nothing but argumentative. You've hardly done any favors for yourself in gaining our trust.
We, we shouldn't make any assumptions still. We should listen to Asuka. Give them another chance. They're, they're right. We can't have a repeat of the war last time.
I'll repeat, huh? There's proof this time, though. Exactly. Struts into the room holding the folder. Reads all the tea.
Fuyuka entered the room, the folder in hand, as the argument went on.
Listen careful.
We haven't even seen that proof. Fuyuka could be lying too.
Okay, well, Toshi, now we're just being delusional. We can defend Asuka, but we don't have to be delusional. We don't have to fall down to that level.
One of you are villain too. One of you are forging your own proof. You never liked Asuka. You don't want to work with Dia, aren't you? You're the traitor. Yeah.
Oh my god. Toshi, you're grasping at straws now. This is getting pathetic.
It's not pathetic. It's pathetic how you're all willing to gang up on Asuka like this. They haven't done anything wrong. None of you act like honorable warriors. Every single one of you have done the exact same thing. You've all started arguments, insulted people, and terrible things. You're no better than Asuka.
We haven't forgotten how you almost made us vote for the wrong person, Toshi. It was because of you trying to This is the wrong voice, oh god. We haven't forgotten how you almost made us vote for the wrong person, Toshi. It was because of you trying to protect somebody. Like what you're doing now. Oh god, I've lost Sasuke's voice. No! Well, you see, we haven't forgotten how you almost made us vote for the wrong person, Toshi. It was because of you trying to protect somebody. Like what you're doing now. Your whole protection thing risks more lives than it saves, honey.
That doesn't mean anything. I had to.
I never needed your protection. Nobody here has ever needed it. Don't pretend like you're some hero about to save us all.
Please, ignoring the fact that I have run to the other side of the room with Asuka, Toshi still has the best intentions. He wants to save us all, assist us all even.
You're the same as him. You're deceiving yourself in exactly the same way. No matter your attempts to reunite, no matter your attempts to bond, no matter how good your intentions, you are all completely deceiving yourselves. You shouldn't care about what happens to one another. You're only wishing to be the next.
Asuka pushed past the two people in front of them.
Oh god, Asuka's doing something. This might be really stupid, but it's also might be really interesting. Oh god. If Asuka, if you punch Kazuki, I'll turn my head. I didn't see a thing.
Asuka, wait a moment. What are you doing? His attempts were futile. Asuka ended up grabbing Kazuyuki.
Wait a minute. What are their size differences? Kazuki is 189. Jesus Christ. And Asuka is. Oh yeah, there is a 12 centimeter. That's like several inches.
Shut up! Like your lifeless and cold-ass knows anything. You've never given anything a chance. Don't act like you know anything about it, you pathetic leech. My red eyes of lasers will demolish you.
Let go of me before you regret it. You're constantly a pet in our. You're constantly a pain in our sides. Stop acting so rash and stop screaming whatever ridiculous thoughts enter your head. Your attempts to help others never come to fruition. Your attempts to defend your beliefs and in death threats. You're always moments away from escalation to physical violence. You should stop speaking for once. Learn to be quiet before somebody decides to make you the next victim.
Shut the fuck up! I don't care if I'm the next victim, alright? Maybe you're right. Maybe our group would be better off if I'm found dead. But that doesn't fucking change how pathetic people like you are. Maybe we'd both be better off being the next corpses, huh?
As Asuka screamed, somebody pushed him away from Kazuyuki. Toshi was in front of Kazuyuki, in a protective stance. Asuka, no! Don't do this! Don't stoop so low!
I'm sick of this fucking leech, Toshi. I'm sick of him pretending so much better than us.
But that doesn't mean you can turn his life and hurt him too! That just makes you as awful as him! I'm trying my best to defend you and support you every day as a fellow warrior, but you don't make it easy, Asuka.
Then stop trying so fucking hard, damn it. I never asked you to defend me. Give it up, and give up on me.
Oh god, Asuka, you're gonna die, aren't you? Oh no.
Doshi looked like he was about to say something, but then he turned and ran.
Wait, Doshi, come back. Damn it. Damn it. Why did I fucking do this?
Out of his fantasy world at last. Now he can finally realize how pathetic a warrior you are.
Damn it, be quiet. I don't need you to fucking talk down to me. I just, you'll regret this. Damn it.
Asuka chased after Doshi. Now there was only 9 of us in the room.
Only 9. Oh yeah, Ryu did it. Never came. Right.
We stood in silence. Nothing could stay alive here. Nothing. Tension. Everyone's attempts to unify, the plan, to defend each other. It shall all end in a constant cycle of suspicion. The cycle that killed him last time. What shall we do now?
I'm unsure. Even if I did have an idea, I promise to no longer lead. Fugo, what happened to being the individual? Because I haven't seen you join freedom at all, and I'm getting, quite frankly, very annoyed. Please let me have a freedom moment with you. And though at this point, if there is only one more free time in this chapter, I'm spending with Asuka, because Fuga, kindly, you're probably making the chapter 3, so I'm not too worried about not spending any time with you.
Yama. Something.
I'm not going to go through that again. Turn to somebody else.
I've always wanted to be somebody who could lead. Somebody who could others see as worthwhile and passionate and capable of great things. I've always wanted to be somebody like Fuyuka. I think I have a plan. Or something a bit like that at least.
Ooh, what is this? Hikari speaking? Oh, I just got Sasuke's voice back. Hurrah! Whoa! That's a bit surprising from you, Petals. What is it?
It might be good to... No, I know it would be best if we kept whatever information is in our folders to ourselves. If anybody has any concerns or questions about the contents of their folder, meet with the person who you have information on.
Not thinking that one through, are ya? Do you want us to be strangled in an isolated mission location with somebody who'd have the perfect motive?
Let me finish!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, No, be firmer. Don't apologize, no matter how bad you actually feel. You won't apologize. Listen to me. Meet with that person and listen to her point of view. Whatever you read, it could be out of context. There could be a good reason for whatever happened. Dia could exaggerate it with vague proof. No matter what it is, listen to them. Please. And don't go alone. If you fear for your safety, bring one person who you feel comfortable with being there. I see. If I had somebody's information and I had a question about it, I should bring a witness to see that person as a form of protection, correct? That's right. It's against the rules for a third party to witness the murder. It would be risky for anybody to make a move.
Damn. You gotta speak it out. That's actually kind of... I find that like very attractive. Not saying anything, but you know. Did you get a mini Fuyuka in your head or something?
Why the hell would you want a mini Fuyuka? I already have a pathetic piece of shit attached to me every second of every day. Can't imagine how much worse it'd be if she was in my head.
Thanks for the suggestion, Cherry.
I wasn't fucking talking about you. I was talking about the other pieces around all the time, like Fuyuka. Wait, that goes against everything. No, fuck.
So you've met one of my clones. I can't believe this.
Shut up, gremlin.
You two truly make me smile.
What? We make you smile.
Who wouldn't smile at how adorable you get when you're angry? Cherry pie.
You're going to regret saying that, Sinosuke.
That's the point! I'm ready to be the world's sturdiest punching bag.
Please don't turn yourself literally into a punching bag, my god.
Too late!
Can't wait to read the article he writes about his own death by biker.
I watched as everyone started talking amongst themselves again. It was sudden, as if what I'd said had brought them back to normal. But as I looked beside me,
Good job. You took control of the situation.
I only did what I think you would do.
I helped you do this. I told you I would. Now come here. I can't do no.
I guess you did.
It's nice to see Hikari finally have her own voice. It was a little bit of a sudden change, I will say. I'm not sure if I personally think she's gone through enough for this to feel realistic, but it's nice to see her grow regardless. It does feel a bit sudden though, if I'm being honest. I think it would have been more interesting if she had more like dominance in like smaller groups throughout this chapter. Like maybe, honestly, I could be speaking out of my ass here because I've been recording this chapter for like a couple of weeks, well, 2 weeks. So maybe I'm forgetting some stuff. And there has been interactions where she's been in smaller groups, but I do think it would be more compelling if she had like a little more dominance in those smaller groups. And then when we got to this scene, that's when she shows that she has grown and she does have a dominant voice and she can be the leader she wants to be. I think it would have been a lot more realistic if we saw her being that quote unquote leader in the smaller groups, not being like a fully dominant conversation, not being fully dominant in the conversation and being the whole leader the entire time, but just seeing the small progressions that the chapter went on. I think would have made that scene a little bit more realistic and compelling. But I'm still enjoying seeing Hikari grow.
Sometime, everything settled down as best as it could. The mission ended, so I returned to my room.
A prime example, just something I thought of now. It was a more recent scene, but it was when Malwin and Colette were playing hide and seek down in the library. When Hikari got like grabbed by Malwin and told her to shut up. Hikari still felt very reserved in that interaction, and that was quite recent. So I think it would have been interesting to see Hikari kind of snap at Malwin a little bit. Maybe not snap, but be a lot more like reassuring, or not reassuring, but more like, don't do that to me, that kind of tone with her. I think that would have made it just an example of how it could have made this scene a lot more compelling to me.
I should have some free time for a while. What should I do?
Well, as usual, I am gonna go see if I can find Fuyuka, Tsunosuke and Nikki, and if not, I'm gonna hang out with Asuka. Honestly, trying to find Fuyuka is just kind of like a routine at this point, because I'm actually gonna hang out with Asuka regardless. Wait, I didn't see Asuka. Tsubaki Toshi, Malwin, no one, Colette, Kazuyuki, Chiyuki. Oh god! Okay, Seinosuke Iki, Colette, Kazuki, Chiyuki. Let me look at it because god, I'm actually limited in my choices. I was worried Asuka wouldn't be available, but I didn't think they actually wouldn't be. So Chiyuki I've done 3, Seinosuke I've done 3, and Tsubaki I've done 2. Oh. Well then I could just get the third one out with Tsubaki. Yeah, sure, why not? Tsubaki, we're hanging out again. Do you want to hang out with Tsubaki? I sure do. And now we get to find out if I did get to do all 5 with her or not. Hey, the girlie's returned. Guess that means we're hanging out, huh?
Tsubaki and I discussed poetry a bit. She often said how my style seemed like something she's read before.
Though to be fair, well, the style you've had, at least from the one poem I've seen, or well, technically 2, but I can't even remember the one you did back in the prologue. That was like a month ago. Cannot remember at all. But the one I have seen recently, it was a very standardly formatted poem. It was like, yeah, it was a good poem, but very standard. So I can understand why Tsubaki might think it's something that she's read before.
I think Tsubaki and I have gotten a little closer today. Can I ask what last time was all about? You kind of left suddenly. Did I do something wrong?
No. I had an idea. Didn't I say I have a story in mind for you?
It's been like a week since I've done my last free time event with you. So right. I forgot you said that. I guess I kind of didn't realize that because of how sudden it was.
Well, you realize it now. So, are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be. I guess.
Right. And ignoring that little tune, and so begins my little tale. This is an altered version of something I went through, or exaggerated, whatever the word is. But anyways, I had a friend once. Okay, shut up, or I will leave. I didn't know them for long. Well, long in the sense that we weren't friends for long. I knew them before that, but most of the time we didn't really get along.
Sniffles? How did you not get along?
Well, it should be obvious how blunt I am, right? I mean, right? I'm not crazy, right? Well, they were the type to lie to themselves. Ah, Lord God. Always denied their own feelings. Their name was Kyo. We argued a ton at first. Well, more so me calling them out and they defending themselves. It was a cycle. But eventually, something happened to the little sister.
Little sister?
Yep, I'm sure you can guess why I brought up this story now.
I have an idea. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that my story was about my older brother and my little sister and how we had fallen out and only thought about the story after we hadn't fallen out with my brother and sister. I see.
Right. Anyways, Kyo's little sister was in danger. They didn't know how to react, but they kept blaming their little sister for everything. They kept denying their worry, their care for their sister. It annoyed me. What a piece of shit sibling.
I'm sure they had their reasons. Their little sister probably did something to deserve it.
Well, how young is this little sister? Is she like 25 and he's 30, which is very unlikely considering Tsubaki is only 17 herself? Like, little sister, this was in our past, like, we have to be talking like at least 10. What could she have done? Nope, they were shitty. Kyo did care about her, somewhere in that black hole they call the heart, but they were always too fucking stubborn to admit it. Their pride ruined every friendship they have, every relationship they had.
When you brought up this story, I kind of thought it would be something to cheer me up.
Yikes, I did not think of that potential misinterpretation. But nah, it's more of an anecdote to lead into the whole thing I'm about to tell you.
Which is...
Not everything is your fault, and I'm sorry a piece of crap convinced you it was. Every person goes through their own shit, but denial sickens me. Denial of feelings, denial of reality, denial of their own worth. Whatever it is, I hate it. So if you God, a typo. God, I stumbled my words a lot there. I'm sorry. So if your brother was so much in denial of his own faults, that crap's not your fault. It's his own shitty behavior.
He had his reasons. He had his reasons, Tsubaki. I have to go. Goodbye, Tsubaki.
See ya.
I rushed away. Naoki had his reasons. He always had his reasons. Even if sometimes I'm bitter at him. That's my own problem. Tsubaki doesn't know anything. She's wrong. Right?
Don't worry, I know you'll come back. They always come back.
Soon I headed to my room.
I'll see you later in the next free time event, Hikari. I know you're gonna come back.
I passed the time, but I still think I have some more spare time. What should I do?
Oh god, another free time event. Tsubaki, I'm coming back to you. Or is there anything for you? Is everyone just in the same place? Yeah, that quite literally the same place. Okay. Oh god, what do I do? I honestly don't want to hang out. I'm definitely going to stick to the main trio I have of going on. Who do I want to hang out with of those three? I do think I actually want to hang out with Sainosuke. Out of the three, I want to hang out with Sainosuke the most. And if there is another free time event, I'll probably try and complete Sainosuke's just because I feel like he is the most risk of dying. I don't think Chuki's gonna die. And while I could say Tsubaki dying, Tsubaki's like in the middle. Like she could die, she could not die. I'm leaning towards her not dying, which is why I'm not doing her free time event now. But Sainosuke, he's been prominent in this chapter, and while I do think there are more likely figures to die, he's in my top 3 of wanting to do free time events. So if he does die, I'll actually be upset that I didn't do all the free time events I could. So I am going to do his first one. And Sainosuke's in the living room, I believe. Yep, Sainosuke. I do want to hang out with Sainosuke. Oh my, I spot a ghost! Because you're hauntingly beautiful, aren't you?
Sainosuke is proceeded to make several ghost puns. He is undoubtedly Colette's soulmate, at least in the joke department. I think Sainosuke and I have gotten a little closer today.
What a wonderful delight! Oh, the softest and sweetest little petal on the cherry blossom tree has finally descended upon me. And just to go back in the previous free time event, I'm actually really glad that Tsubaki called out Naoki not being a good person, throwing everything onto his sister. Like, I've been thinking about it the whole time, and nobody has said it. And several people know she has this problem, but I guess they don't know specifically what caused it. But I'm glad Tsubaki was like, it's not your fault. Not your fault. Not your fault. And Tsubaki and Hikari running away is like, oh, damn. I didn't think it was so bad that she just run away from her. So which is why it is imperative we do complete Tsubaki's 3 events, because if anyone's going to wake up Hikari, it's going to be Tsubaki, and I need my queen to do that.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just on my way running away from Tsubaki at the moment, so don't mind me running in here.
Whoa! Not flustered? Not blushing or nervously laughing? Gasp! Was my cherry blossom replaced with a clone?
That's possible. It does sometimes feel like my body isn't my own when I'm at my worst. I'm really depressed right now. But I guess I'm finally starting to understand you a bit, Sainosuke.
What do you mean?
About you. Your jokes. Your way of looking at things. Whether you're genuine or not. I think that sometimes I cope with everything around me by trying to understand people. By trying to comprehend their motivations for things. Or their perspectives. When I can't do that, when I can't understand somebody, I start to panic. My brain rushes so many thoughts at once, and everything starts to flood. That's an odd description, but I guess that's the best way I can describe it.
Oh, I getcha. By understanding those you talk to, it kind of makes it easier to avoid doubting them or second guessing their intentions, right?
Yeah! And if you're willing to listen, I think I figured out some part of how you cope with everything too.
Oh, definitely. Pick apart my brain piece by piece and dissect it.
Okay, even if I'm a little more comfortable around you, those jokes still kind of gross me out. Like, I remember a couple episodes ago, I said I was going to kill myself because of your jokes. I mean, that was kind of an internal thought, and more of the player kind of forcing it out of me, but yeah, yeah. So, please stop.
Oh, darn. Perhaps I may meet my demonic deck humor so much in the depths of hell when I get there instead. But yeah, here's me with all you got. What do you have in your little mind for your buddy chum pal here?
Well, it bothered me that you didn't take anything seriously, I think. And I'm sorry for yelling before, but the lack of it did scare me and hurt me when you did your prank. But I think I understand why you didn't take it all that seriously, initially. Or, I think I have a guess. Do you not take anything seriously because you think the consequences won't last long anyway? Now whatever happens doesn't matter, because you think you'll be gone soon anyway.
Whoa! You should be a gambler because you went all in and you got a fortune from the results.
Huh?
Your intuition was right.
Well, I'm glad my intuition was right. At least I'm glad I know how to read it. I felt.
Yeah, pretty safe to say, I don't really care about what happens to me. Speaking of gambling, that's pretty much what I do every day with my life during journalism. Risking cut here, anchor dangerous employee there. Oh, endless ways I can gamble and come out alive. Kinda fun if I do say so myself.
He definitely reminds me of myself in some ways. Though it's not exactly the same. I think. I've had the feeling that my life isn't worth much either. If worse comes to worse, there are times where I may see others' lives as worth more than my own. But seeing them like this, your life shouldn't be a game.
Eh? I don't see why not. I'm gonna die sooner or later, so...
Your life shouldn't be a game.
Oh, okay, well, that, no, okay, oh, okay.
I'm sorry for yelling. That is the second time I've yelled at you today. I'm becoming a... I shouldn't have.
Nah, go on.
I understand that feeling. The feeling that your own life isn't worth much. But it isn't true, Sinusuke. Your life matters. Your life has worth. It shouldn't be a pawn in some sort of game. Because your life matters to me. You matter to me.
Oh, I'm starting to feel the same way when I heard Kahara say those words in the art room. You're really joking there, aren't you? Hilarious! You almost got me, son.
It almost looked like Sinusuke was about to tear. Oh my god, did you almost cry over me? Oh my god, you almost cried. But I doubt they were tears of joy. Are you crying? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. No, You know it yourself that I wouldn't joke with you like this. Don't you, Sinusuke?
I guess so. Hey, Rosebud,
Yeah.
let's talk another time. I got a date with Dash, and the dishes are to die for.
Whenever you're ready.
Thanks, Hikari.
Sinusuke walked away at a slow pace, as if struggling to get himself to move. Parts of me are saying I shouldn't have said anything, but I do care about him. I know I do. Even if we got off at a rough start, I know that I care about him. I care about you, Sinusuke. Soon I headed back to my room.
God, it is so hard dealing with Shinsuke. I don't know if I can even trust him at all. I want to believe these emotions are genuine, but what we saw with the conversation between him and Chiuki, and him constantly reading people and knowing what they're thinking, at least for most of the people here, and that start of the chapter cutscene, or end of chapter 1 cutscene, really, when he said he wanted the game to continue. I don't know if he's playing me with this. I want to trust him so much, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I can. I feel like everything he shows, every sign of, like, he's like, so he obviously has a mask going on, but I'm afraid that the mask he's wearing is also a mask of his mask. So there's like layers to this. So I think he's been genuine when his masks break, but his mask, quote unquote, breaking is just another layer of the mask that he has for himself. I'm like, I don't know if I can trust this. I want to trust you. Why would you do this to me? Anyway, it's nighttime, time to sleep.
After passing the time, I felt hungry and decided to head to the kitchen for a snack. I didn't run into anybody on my way there. Wow, if only that was true, otherwise this would be a very convenient. Like, it'd be very random for me to just talk about going to the kitchen if nothing happens. So I'm sure something's gonna happen in a second. I'm thankful for that. I'd rather avoid another conversation right now if I can help it. I've already used a lot of my energy.
And now this is the scary part of the chapter because we have currently done 7 free time events. In chapter 1 we only did 6, so we have done more free time events than we did in chapter 1. We're also on the night of day 4. And I said last episode I think there's either going to be a murder tonight or tomorrow morning. I mean, what I mean by that, I thought we were going to discover the body at this time or the morning of day 10, and the murder happened over the night between day 9 and day 10. What I'm worried about now is that considering we've already passed all the thresholds that I can say, considering we've passed all the thresholds for me that say it's impossible for a murder. We've passed all those thresholds, so now that I think a murder is possible at any moment, at any time, and I'm worried. Carrie's saying,
I didn't have past anyone. I am so glad it's so calm.
I just feel like we're going to find a dead body. I'm like, oh god, I'm not sure if I'm mentally prepared myself. I did not think I was going to find a dead body in this recording session, I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to go until it depends how long. We're closing near to the end when I usually end episodes, but I've had episodes go on longer, so I might go on till the Dia dream and cut it off there. Because if we find a dead body, that'd be, yeah.
I went over to the fridge and skimmed the contents. There was plenty of food and plenty of variety, but none of it seemed appetizing. I know how to cook for myself, but I don't even have the energy for that. This is irritation. Maybe I can force down a quick snack to please my stomach for now. It's better than ignoring my hunger, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I get so focused on gardening sometimes that I forget that I need to care for myself too. I need to be better at that. If I don't, who knows what could happen to me? Not eating enough will only make me weak and exhausted. And anybody who's weak and exhausted will make mistakes. Those who make even the smallest mistakes are always at fault for messing things up. I can't mess things up again. I can't make those mistakes. I can't die here, knowing it was all my fault for being so weak and helpless on my own. Hikari?
Hikari like takes the knife out of her hand, stabs Icky. She's like,
Why would you do it? Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
and just freaks the hell out.
My apologies. Did I frighten you? Well, considering that I found you here, I suppose that means this isn't a very ominous lead up to a body. So actually, you did frighten me, but I am very relieved to see you. I was concerned, since you seem to be staring into space. I'm fine. I didn't notice you were here. I hadn't noticed you either. I was busy sketching and writing down some notes. Notes? What's there to make notes on? I don't think anything like a case would be going on right now.
And I just realized Carrie said that we should talk to the people who we have our folder on, and she hasn't even done that herself, the hypocrite. What has she been doing all day? Did you really need to spend 2 free time events? Was telling Sainsky that you think he doesn't care about himself worth it? Honestly, probably was, to be honest to her. But yeah, you should have spoken to Colette with somebody. And the reason why I just thought of that is because that I'm guessing Iki took notes on someone's folder, probably. Maybe Asuka's, or maybe someone took him with them to interrogate the other folderee. But that would mean it would be either Kazuyuki or Colette, and who would take... I feel like Colette would take Mauen, so if someone took Iki with them to interrogate a folder, it would be Kazuyuki, I think.
Well, you can check yourself, if you'd like. I'm not the best at explaining. I nodded. Iki led me to where they had been sitting and scribbled something in the notebook. On one page, there were sketches of Seinosuke, Kazuyuki, Tsubaki, and Toshi. On the opposite page, there were niche lines of notes.
Why are you taking notes of these people in particular? What connects them? I genuinely don't know what connects them. Toshi trusts Asuka? I don't know.
These sketches are... Wow! I can't draw much more than stick figures.
You didn't give many compliments back, Joran, when we gave Daisuke and Mayumi. Honestly, she might have, and I just forgot because I don't remember. She gave him compliments. I'm just saying that to make her seem worse.
It's nothing. I'm nowhere good as some others. It's only something I waste time on. I promise it's great. The sketch there just as. But as I drew closer to the notebook, my fingers almost brushed the page.
Jesus Christ, okay. Iki.
Huh? I'm so sorry, but please. I don't like others touching my things.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was a bit of a dramatic overreaction, but I understand if you don't like people touching your things, that's totally fine and valid. It was still a bit much just yell out of nowhere. You could have just said, please don't touch my things, before you showed us your sketches.
Gosh, why do I do this? I shouldn't be so stupid, so worried about random things. And Iki looked back down at the notebook. In a split second, his expression worsened. Damn it! I ripped one of the pages. Damn this! That was my fault, Iki. I'm so sorry. I should have kept my space. Don't apologize, please. It's stupid. I'm sorry, Hikari. Wait, Iki, Before I could finish my sentence, Iki snatched up the notebook and sprinted away. I thought I was getting better. I thought I was progressing, but I keep making the stupid mistakes.
Well, it's not your fault that you didn't know he didn't like you touching his things. I feel like when someone shows you it's not like the most unreasonable thing to get close to it, and you weren't even touched it. You were kind of supposed to, like, I understand. Yeah, I guess what's going. Yeah.
Why am I so stupid? After thinking, I strolled out of the kitchen and went in the direction of my room. As I entered the hall,
Oh, okay. What's going on here? More tension. Oh God.
Didn't I already say I refuse to partake any further in this motive?
I'm still shocked you'd completely refuse. You're not as easy to read as I thought. God, this is actually terrifying the crap out of me. It's just very weird for her to go from very calm scene going to the kitchen to Carrie getting worried, meaning Iki, pissing Iki off, making her even more like, damn it, what am I doing? What am I doing? Then to walk out to another tense scene between Seinosuke, Colette, and Kazuki. I feel like we're building up to something, and we're building up to a dead body. That's what I'm actually very scared of, because we're rising the tensions to the climax of seeing a dead body. That's what I'm fearing is what's going on right now, and I'm like, oh God, oh God, oh God. But yeah, I guess that's what we're going to do. I wonder what's going on here, because Colette and Kazuki both got folders. I wonder if Colette got Kazuki's folder, and that's why Colette brought Seinosuke with her. Then again, I'm just realizing now if Iki was taking notes. Actually, God, one sec, I need to do something. I'm going to write down who Iki was taking notes, because I just realized that could be important to the murder. Because if those were folder people, then that could explain why that could be relevant to the trial. 1 second. Or maybe it has something to do with the truths instead. Seinosuke, Kazuki, Hatsuaki, and Toshi. Kazuki got a folder, but other than that, the other three kind of seem unconnected. We know Seinosuke has the truth of paradise. I doubt Seinosuke would have told you that, because that would mean Seinosuke is doomed to die. Tsubaki and Toshi are related to the murder. Huh. Interesting. We're related to the murder in the fact Toshi took the motive videos, or tried to, and accidentally Fukas, and Tsubaki was an accomplice to Mayume. I don't know. I'm just giving those names there just in case they become relevant. But anyway, Seinosuke is here, so... On, Prince Peach. Why be so protective of yourself? What about that whole uncaring attitude of yours? Not like I'm hiding a whole bunch of weapons in my clothes. Unless you want to come check. I mean, maybe we can ask Dia for a metal detector. Or, wait, that only detect Dia. Damn, what a shame.
I refuse to engage with your nonsense any further.
Also, this is just a random thing that I just thought of. I was playing Persona Q2 last night, and that just made me realize the healing spell in Persona is called Dia, and Dia is the name of the robot. So I haven't really done research on stuff like that, but I wonder if the word Dia means something to do with healing, which implies that Dia is like originally meant to be a robot who cares about people and is meant to help them go through stuff, like the reflection system. That's just something I thought of. I'm not sure if it means anything, and I'm not gonna bother looking it up because I feel like that could reveal too much info for me. But that's something niche, and I'm gonna run with it. Or maybe they got inspiration from the Persona series, and that's why they named it Dia. I doubt it, but hey, who knows? Anything's possible.
Hikari, perhaps you're partially to blame for this nonsense I'm intertwined with now.
Well, that's gonna make her feel a lot better.
You were the one who suggested I make something specific for everyone. I attempted to inquire about Colette's interests. It all went downhill from there.
Wait, you were serious about that? I thought you were making things up to mock us again. I'm sorry about that. Oh, you know nothing about going downhill, Prince Peach. Wait until you roll down and break every bone in your body from the fall damage.
I'm going back to my room. It's inevitable that I will complete this task, but I need a break before you all give me a headache.
With that, Kazuyuki marched back to his room and shut the door with a lot of force.
Well, we better hope he doesn't commit a crime with that huge ego of his. With the size of it, it'd be the best bludgeoning tool ever. Yeah. I should make him my demonic servant well before that happens. You'd make him our servant before you'd make me one? Can't believe this betrayal!
Okay, guys, can somebody please tell me whatever the living hell just happened 10 minutes ago? I need to know. With the amount of confusion I have, I doubt his ego could even make a dent in it.
Oh, wow! The gentle little flower girl joins our slandering.
Wait, I didn't mean this.
Or did ya?
I didn't.
Well, this is a very interesting scene. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Stop teasing her. Mortals don't do that often favor that, you know. But Wildcat, who better corrupt to be part of your underworld than the flower girl? I do admit, it is a tempting idea. But we should answer her question. Fine. Prince Peach wanted to interview our dearest demon queen about her interests. Then I ended up teasing him a little too much. I recall you asking who we got the secret of, and asking if you can be his accomplice whenever he plans to murder. I mean, if he was genuinely trying to make gifts for us, that would be a pretty sucky move. But I wasn't 100% serious, Wildcat, like 25%. Okay, 50. The conversation turned to how Kazoo didn't want to acknowledge the motive at all, especially because of how it wastes his time. Along with the quotes about how he doesn't care about her concerns, and how he wants her prioritize his own life, or something. And I thought the kids' toys with voice boxes had a limited vocabulary. I know, right? It didn't even have the near dead batteries to make the voice all freaky.
Okay, I did not even register to have that conversation, so remind me not to be alone in a room with you two for too long, because my brain is deterioration at an exponential rate right now. It is terrifying. I feel like I'm gonna fall dead. Call the ambulance. I'm dead.
You late, Cherry Blossom. Your brain is deteriorated.
Right, but did you say anything specific? It seems strange that he wouldn't acknowledge the motive at all. He did admit to getting the folder.
It's likely about the whole thing with Lilypad. Accusing him of being a traitor, him grabbing him by the neck, Lots of stuff happened today. I'm not sure if you were there. I'm pretty sure you were.
He doesn't want to show us. Yes, I can tell a mortal like him wouldn't take the whole thing around Asuka in a light manner. I'm still conflicted. My line art has changed again. I'm gonna make this joke every time because I don't care. All it gets, I'm gonna make it. Damn it, and I'm gonna be proud about it. I'm conflicted, but I'm one of the only few people here that might have a good impression of Asuka. It's not hard to imagine how everyone else is feeling. Oh, such a mortal brings shame upon the extent of life and death. I should plan for his experience in the afterlife now.
So you plan for his afterlife, but not mine? I can't believe this bias could happen yet again, Wildcat.
But your kindred soul, my dear mortal, destiny has already planned everything for you, as it has for me. Your potential to bring utmost terror upon this world shines. We cannot take risk in planning your afterlife, can we?
So you're saying that I don't die young? I can't believe this terrible news.
Are you too serious about all of it? About not valuing your own lives? About dying early? About all of it?
Wow, talk about free time events making this interaction awkward for another episode. Rosebud, we just talked about this an hour ago. Please, come on, get it together now. I'm sure you remember. We opened up to each other, remember? Don't worry about it, Rosebud. I won't let anybody else be like this.
What about you? You can't keep joking about this and pretending like your life isn't always at risk here. Maybe because Yuki doesn't care about anybody else, but he's afraid about his own life. You should care about it more, before you're taken advantage of. Naivete and childish ignorance will only grind you into dust.
Damn, I didn't realize it bothered you that much. I'm sorry, Hikari.
Wait, why did I say that? I shouldn't focus so much on these stupid feelings. I know that already. Why? Why am I doing this? It's probably their own way of dealing with it, right? Maybe I'm the
problem. I swear to God, Hikari, I'm gonna go jump through my door and make my free time event from the day be your issue. Remember what I said?
It's right. I'm reacting. I'm talking about what they're saying the wrong way. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I don't know what got into me. No, it's fine. I did go too far. It's all right to feel. It's not all right, Colette. It's. Wait. I almost forgot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if we're gonna take this opportunity to talk to Colette, considering now we have me, we have Colette, we have a witness in Siniscape. We can just go to the other floor and just talk about it. I'm glad Hikari has realized.
I have information. I can't act like this, especially when I suggest that everyone talk about their concerns.
You all right, Sunflower? But considering that this scene is going on for a lot longer than I anticipated, we're going to find out if she is okay next time. And we're going to find out if she's actually going to talk about Colette about her troubles next time. Here's what I'm going to say. If Hikari doesn't talk to Colette, I think there is a good possibility that Colette dies as a victim. I don't think she'll be a culprit. If Hikari does share with Colette, I think Colette survives the chapter, because I genuinely don't think that Colette is going to murder someone. But then who is going to murder? I'm looking at Asuka, Kazuki, and Toshi, that trio. I do think it's more likely that Toshi dies still. I'm still leaning that way. Because I think it'd be more interesting to see Asuka grow, just because that's what I personally want to see happen. And considering that we didn't have time to do a free time events with Asuka, we could still do it with Toshi. That's my meta way of saying, if the creator wants us to hang out with Toshi more, so it's more likely Toshi dies. That's probably not true, no other reason for doing it, but that's what I'm telling myself. I don't think Kazuyuki's gonna die. I still think that they're the traitor if there's a traitor. So I'm pretty sure Kazuyuki's in it for the long haul. And that's another reason why I think I want Asuka to make it to the end. Because I think it would be crazy if, or very interesting to see, after everything, the person who Asuka was first the argumentative with turned out to actually be the bad person the whole time. And if Toshi died, I feel like that would make Asuka go crazy. Considering that Asuka was not really like he wasn't like they weren't like right for it, but it would be interesting if Asuka wanted to protect Toshi, Toshi dies, and it turns out that the first person they were very hostile towards actually turned out to be the traitor, the big bad, and they were kind of justified in doing what they did. I just think that'd be very interesting to see them go through that and realizing how they were quote unquote correct. But yeah, with that said, I enjoyed the episode. There was a lot of free time events, but I enjoyed the free time events with Tsubaki and Seinuke. That's why I hang out with them. I enjoy them as characters, and I'm enjoying learning more about them. And I actually really enjoyed Tsubaki's. I'm really enjoying Tsubaki's character a lot, and I really hope she doesn't die, because I want to go through all of hers and see how she helps Hikari, because I think they could help each other in ways. I think Hikari could help Tsubaki become more, maybe not innocent is the right word, but more, I don't know how to say it, trusting of others, I guess. And Tsubaki could help Hikari be more grounded and more realistic about how everyone isn't going to like her and everything not her fault. And I want to see that grow. But with that said, I have nothing else to say. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for the next episode. I'm really enjoying the game and I'm really enjoying this chapter. And I hope there is a dead body next episode. If there is a dead body next episode, I think this was a greatly paced chapter. And obviously the creator couldn't hear my criticism because I played chapter 1 after the whole game was released. But if there is a dead body, I think I really enjoyed the pacing of this chapter and I enjoyed the events of the chapter as a whole. And I think it's an improvement of the chapter 1 daily life. But with that said, even though I said there was something else I could say, I still said a lot more stuff. I'm gonna end my yapping now to use a new word in my thesaurus or lexicon, in my vocabulary. None else for me to say. None else for me to yap. None else for me to talk about. Bye bye.